Just give me a second here. I hope everyone's week is off to a good start. Hey, Sniper. Greetings, beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies. Nice to see you, my friend. I am going to bring up the desktop. Say hi to my cat. Hey, Riley. How are you? Riley says, howdy, partner. Howdy to you, my friend. So I hope, as we were saying, I hope everyone this week is off to a good start. So far, not too bad. Just checking out a few things. Sniper says, nice advert for protein shake. Oh, yeah? Good. I appreciate you watching it. Riley says, I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm glad to hear you feeling better. I watched your video. Which video did you watch? Hey, Life. Life says hi. Nice to see you, my friend. Hey, Life, you got any, Life says, like done. Much appreciated. Riley says that he liked as well. Thank you, guys. Life, you got any verses for us today? I have a Rumi poem that I'm going to read. Simply says, greetings, Riley. Go on, Life. I'm looking around on YouTube a little bit. By the way, our friend Jace is live. But I think he's wrapping up soon in just a little bit. Hey, Mercedes. Mercedes says hi to Go on Life. Mercedes says hi to Yogi, which is me. Mercedes, my friend, nice to see you. Life says hi to Mercedes. All right. So, what do you guys know of Rumi? Rumi was, I believe he was a 13th century Persian Sufi poet. Sniper says, check my latest on his community page. Gotcha. I saw one this morning. It was I saw the one on 5. And let's see. And the day I wasn't expecting this. When you know, you know. Wow. They are certainly coming in a series, aren't they? What's the number represent to you? Give me a second. There we go. Soap life is going good for y'all. It is going pretty good. No complaints. Sadie says yes. Seppa says 555 turned up again. Like I just left a comment and I said amazing, but not surprising. As you said, when you know, you know. When you're in that synchronistic flow. Let's see. When you made 45 minutes, does God have a hero? Is that a Rumi book? That is not a Rumi book. That is a Eric Paul McCarty book. This is the first book I ever wrote. I wrote it in 1999. Published it in 2000. Hey, Miss Poopinator. Poop is in the building. Fart from me, bro. Man, I just did, like a second ago. It was a preemptive. I thought that if I did it before you got here, it would make you show up. It would be like a calling card. Semper says straight down the middle path, seeing for what it is on both sides and not taking either. 5. I see that. That when I read that, it just intuitively made sense. Poopinator says, oops, I read that. Funk says, hi, Mr. Poopinator. Life says, okay. Yeah, I wrote this after a decade of hard and continuous drinking with a purpose, not a good purpose. And I was given a gift of sobriety. It didn't take it lightly. I became very monk-like. Completely, I'd been meditating for a bit by that time. And it was the meditation that actually allowed me to quit drinking like that in an instant. Literally in an instant. I realized it was done. Stepped into a new life. And anyone can do that. But of course, thinking-wise, we keep ourselves trapped in this bubble of suffering. Quitting isn't easy. Story that we tell. So it isn't easy. That it's an addiction. Another story that we tell. It certainly is for some people. I don't make light of it. Hey, X Infinity. X Infinity says, evening to you. Sadie says, Oka. So it's never easy, though, stepping into a new life, leaving an old life behind. It's worth it. It's valuable. In 99.9 cases, it is has to be done. I would not be here now had I not quit in that instant. I firmly believe, sorry, I snapped and my cat meowed at me. I'm firmly convinced that had I not quit then, that was my last chance, my last and only chance. Had I not quit then, something irrevocable, damaging would have happened because it was overdue. I had been skimming along on pure luck for a long time. That kind of luck never lasts. A different kind of luck always lasts. Let's see. Mercedes says, hey to Xfinity Gamer, and he says, hey back. Hey Ginger, how are you? So anyway, when I did quit, I deepened my meditation practice. I pretty much withdrew from the world except for going to the bookstore, drinking some coffee, and going to work, going to the gym. Ginger says, all right, I guess. Life says, nowadays I'm damaged. How are you damaged? And what can we do to fix it? And you can't fix it. I promise you. Not you. By you, I'm referring to the ego. The ego never fixes anything. You know why? It's not their job. It's not the job of the ego to fix. It's not the job of the ego to heal. It's not the job of the ego to make anyone but the ego feel better. Sniper says, greeting Ginger, Xfinity, Mercedes. One day when I was meditating, I finished. I was feeling a bit, I don't know, lost. Didn't know what to do. Hey, Rizzler. Rizzler says, hello, Eric. Nice to see you. And I asked myself, this is a rhetorical question. So now what? What am I supposed to do? And the answer came to me in an intuitive poem. And it was, be a hero. But not any kind. Specific kind. And I ended up writing this little book. Ginger says, still confused. I do know I am straight. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Well, that's a good thing to know. Mercedes says, save Rizzler. Life says, feeling alone. Pipinator says, well, bro, you wrote a book. That's awesome. Yeah, I actually wrote, I think 6. They're on Amazon. If you, what do you do if you search? Amazon it up. I'm used to saying Google it. If you Google it, if you Amazon it. I know that feeling well, Life. I felt that when I was drinking. I felt that when I quit drinking. I felt it when I got divorced. I felt it when my father died. But there's a connection in that feeling alone. Alone means one. When you think about it, how can you be alone when everything is one, when everything's connected? It's impossible. Life says there is no one who understands me. There is God that understands you. And God is everything and everyone. God is within everyone. God, not even in, God is. Sniper says the ego cannot and will not empathize or pity. That's what required to dissolve the first steps. Wise words from Squirrel Sniper. Absolutely. Mercedes says, I understand you. Go on life. Mercedes, thank you. You're a very empathetic person, my friend. Bridger says, slow to Mercedes. Mercedes waves. Ginger says, I do want to say we did touch on a topic, but we can save that for tonight if you want. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to bring up, Ginger. We're going to try to interweave all these conversations together into one, the best that we can, and help each other out. You know, we can all make ourselves feel a little less alone right here. Brizza says, you ever consider marrying again? Man, I'd have to run that by my ex-wife. You guys might have met her. I know many of you have. I know Sniper does. Sniper knows her. I believe Poopinator has met her here as well. Hey, Leo. That's Master Sergeant Mocha. Officially, Master Sergeant Mocha McCarty. We divorced, but we have managed to interweave our life together in a very profound and meaningful way. So the only thing better than a wife is an ex-wife that is still in your life. I don't know that it's better than a wife, but we have what each of us wants, apart and together, if that makes sense. Sometimes you need to offer each other, you need to have that little bit of space. Not in a bad way. Life says, I have no ego, but I'm between egoist people. Well, most of us have remember, an ego isn't, an ego is just a concept of who we believe we are. It's conceptual. It's an image. But it's an image that is based on perpetual dialogue, for existence. The voice in our head, any thought that we hear, that's the ego, because the actual mind, the mind that is also the mind of God, one mind at all, is silent. It's the mind that allows thoughts to appear and to disappear. Leo says, much love, Yogi, Brother Yogi. Much love to you, Leo. How are you? Ginger says, hi. Leo says, wishing you a great day. Good day to you too, Leo. We got a live session coming up. Sadie says, hello. Sampa says, I was the one straight barman in London gay pub that my sister required a few years back in 2001. It's when I met my wife. You met her there? That's pretty cool. Hey, Rich. Rich says, hello, Yogi. Nice to see you, my friend. Sampa says, greeting, Rizzler. Leo said so. Hey, Eve. Eve says, Yogi, how are you doing? I am doing well. Eve says, passing by as I head to bed. Well, I appreciate that. Are you going to do your pre-bed breathing, pranayama? Let's see, Leo says, much love, Squirrel Sniper. Life says, in fact, I'm tired of living people, those whom I do not understand. There's a difference between us. Differences aren't bad, though. Everything is a call to turn inwards, turn within. Rich says, examinations did just get over today. Here I am. How did they go? How do you feel they went? Sniper says, ego can be our navigator and our lookout at the same time. All depends on cognitive dissonance and the critical thinking with empathy. Our friend Nadim is here and says, I all sober day of mine. Awesome. Absolutely awesome, my friend. Ginger says, I do want to say someone brought up, oh, I remember that, World War III. We won't go near that for a while, that's for sure. Our technology is too advanced. Someone can definitely try. I hope no one tries. Hey, Toy Pups. Nadim says, I hope everyone is good. Eric, my older brother. Everything is good, my friend. Thank you. I hope everything is good with you, too. Toy Pups is here. Hey, Toy Pups. Toy Pups says, thank you again, Yogi, for your kindness. Absolutely. Always. Absolutely and always. Which, as Rich says, I feel the examinations are made for me. I just studied for one day before examinations and would surpass 80% of the students in the same room. Awesome. Hey, what was the exam? What was the exam for? The name says, thanks for all your kind support and help. I will always appreciate. Hey, as I just said to Toy Pups, always, 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 Nadim. You are a friend. We're here for you. Toy Pup says, Nadim, how are you? Hey, Eve, are you still here? Or have you headed off to bed? Sniper says, Nadim says, I'm good. How are you? And Toy Pup says, hi, Rich. How are you? Rich is celebrating. He just finished his exams. Sniper says, my wife was single at the time and was supportive to a friend that was coming out and came to the pub. And the rest is my story and his story. And not his story. And not his story. Gotcha. Sniper says, greeting Nadim. Greeting Nadim. Nadim is sober today. Man. That's big. It's big, and it's also ordinary, if you know what I mean. Nadim says, Squirrel Sniper, greetings, my brother. Rich says risk management, direct taxes, quants logistics, and 2 more subjects. Man, those sounds pretty big, pretty big. Nadeem says sober from last month, then a week. Well, that's how we do it. It literally is one day at a time. More than that, it literally is one moment at a time. And they add up. Life says, thank you, Eric, sir. Absolutely, Life. Everything that we see and review about people is our own perception. We have projected that. If you want to see a different world, we can't go around and rearrange the world. Wouldn't that be nice? If we could rearrange people and get them to do what we know they should do, which of course is the ego talking. Life would be so much better if you just listened to me, if he just took my advice, if he did this. But you know what? It wouldn't be any better. It'd just be different. I would turn my projections towards someone else and have the same issue. So instead of trying to rearrange the world, I turn within and I just witness, I just notice my own projection, and through the noticing, through that awareness, through the act of forgiveness, those projections cease, or they become smaller, more manageable, or I notice them as projections, which is big. Just knowing that we are projecting the world as we see it, and if we don't like it, we can forgive it. Changes everything. Nadeem says, I feel very energetic and great. However, I just engage myself to enjoy different kinds of stuff. That's the way to do it. Make sure you do something creative. It could be writing, it could be painting, it could be origami, whatever it is that draws your energy towards. Do something, take the energy that you have now, that before was wasted with drinking, and now do something creative. The universe wants you to create. You are an extension of the creative source itself. Let's see, Ginger says, my wife and daughter build the parts that saved everyone's life on the plane. You mentioned that. It tracks the plane's landing and emergency crash landings. You didn't mention the details, but you mentioned that they do that. That's awesome. Makes me feel safer. We got Ginger Rogers' family on the job. Which says they are a huge subject, but if someone would ever even try a bit, would likely pass the examination. But they just don't care, as people study for hours or for days or for months, and here I am studying for just a day and clearing the exam and scoring better than them. What do you think it is? Do you think it's you're more passionate about it? I tell you what, passion goes a long way. When you really, really, really want to learn something, it's like you're soaking up the information. You can't get enough of it. If you're just trying to get through, you're just going to get through, if that. Life says, you're right, but to be overthinker, I hurt myself. Hey, Life, do you do any kind of meditating? Here's the great thing about meditating. From day one, here's what you notice. Your thoughts. And if you notice your thoughts, there's a great realization. You are not your thoughts. You're the witness to your thoughts. And if you're the witness to the thoughts, then those thoughts can't hurt you unless you allow them. But now you got some space. Now you have some ability to maneuver and to navigate. Let's see, Nadeem says, every friend is going into the club and everyone different kinds of drinks, but I am denied. Hey, you're not denied. You're not denied at all. You're given a gift. They are denying themselves. They are denying what you have. A life of sobriety is a life of joy. It's a true gift. You got your whole life ahead of you, and it's not contained in a drink. It's contained in the universe itself. My cat's saying hi to you guys. Naeem says, however, I've just realized how valuable life is. Awesome. It's an important realization. Hey, Runner Boy. Runner Boy says, yo. Hey, Toy Pups. You still with us? You gotta be, man, you've gotten to hit your watch hours. You're so close. Rich says, I think all of this is a waste of time. I just do this study to prove my parents that they paid for my education and to dominate the classroom just to fulfill my ego. That's interesting, but that's an important insight. So if you're doing something to fulfill your ego, what do you think is fulfilling your spirit? Ginger says, envy is a huge problem. For who, Ginger? How do you mean? I agree, but I'm just wondering about the context. Life says, no doubt life is valuable, but with the way you want to live. Have you guys ever heard of Viktor Frankl? He wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning. He was a great psychologist. He was one of the forebears of positive psychology. And he was also skimmed by with his life during the worst times, and well, there was no better time, Nazi concentration camp. He was Jewish in Germany during World War II. He lost his family, everyone in his family, barely survived. And how did he survive? He learned to assign meaning to where he wanted to see meaning. And he learned to forgive and to offer love even to his tormentors. He forgave because he realized that if he couldn't hate his way through it, because maybe his body would survive, but his mind wouldn't. He would come out of it and he would be a changed, bitter, smaller version of himself. And he knew he didn't want that. Well, Rich, my friend, thank you so much. Very much appreciate that. Life says, no doubt life is valuable, but with the way you want to live. Yep. So life, how do you want to live your life? Nadeem says, advice to everyone in the comment, the mindset is everything. Once you change your mind, set everything will be okay. There you go, Nadeem. Man, you summed it up perfectly. And you don't even need to do much to change your mindset. You just need to observe it. You just need to watch it, to be the witness to it. Runner Boy says, mine went down a little. I think my theory was correct. Oh, about the losing some? All right. Well, hey guys, if you can watch a playlist for Runner Boy and get those hours back and put you in a safer spot. Nadeem says, the fight is between you and you. Wow. What a big statement. No one cares once you lose anything. And you can give up the fight. If the fight is between you and you, who ends up losing? There's no winner in a fight between you and you. Simple says, I found that I had a jar, and every day the money I would have put into a drink and wasted on getting wasted, I could visibly see the good it was doing to my finances. Well, and I had money for meaningful ways. Excellent advice, Sniper. And Rich, my friend, once again, thank you so much. Ginger says, envy and ego, mate, And that, my friends, make a baby named jealousy. Wise. Wisely said. We could say that the envy is always from the ego. Seneca says, hate will feed the ego and eat you alive at the same time. This is true. Hey, Cherokee girl, how are you? Cherokee girl says, hi, Yogi, which is me. I appreciate you being here. Toy Pop says, woo woo. I was chasing away I wasn't dancing. I was chasing away a fruit fly. Rich, thank you so much for supporting the Yogi. You are so sweet. Absolutely. I agree. Cherokee Girl says, hi, Pops. Rich says, this is just an appreciation for your hard work. I found you more inspiring than anyone else. Rich, thank you so much. I appreciate hearing that. Toy Pup says, hey, Cherokee, Pookie Bear, we love you, girly. Toy Pup says, Rich, the Yogi is so smart, compassionate, and very giving. You are in the right place. Thank you for those kind words. I'm not so sure about the smart part. Rich, let's see, Eric LaPointe. Hey, Eric. People forget how bad World War II was. Between 9,000, 11,000 people were unalived every day for 7 years. We have it great these days. Yeah, you know, I grew up with Depression era parents. They survived the Depression. My dad was in the tail end of World War II. He was on a mine sweep in the South Pacific, Sea of Japan, right when Japan knew they were going to lose and they were going to have a going out kamikaze, taking out as many American ships as possible. Imagine being a 17-year-old kid on a minesweep in the South Pacific. And I had two uncles that actually liberated concentration camps in Europe. So, you know, things can be viewed as a bit of a mess right now. But as Eric LaPointe pointed out, we have things pretty good. Go on, Life says on. Cherokee Girl says, inside everyone is two wolves, good and bad, always fighting. Who wins? The one you feed. Very wise words, my friend. Very wise words. As a matter of fact, those are the wise words of a moderator, which you now are. Semper says Eric LaPointe, and even before that, then just as many died in only 18 months during the Bolsheviks takeover and genocide. Eric LaPointe says, wow, sniper. Ginger says, not to start anything. I call it the Harley Davidson ego. Why do you call it the Harley Davidson ego? Cherokee Girl says, thanks for making me a wrench wench. You know what? It was worth giving you a wrench just to hear that. Thanks for making me a wrench French. I would not like to try to say that 5 times in a row. Cherokee says, I love Harleys. You know what I like? Subaru Outbacks. Don't laugh at me. I like Subaru Outbacks. Rich says, okay, Yogi, sir, going to sleep. Starting a new day here, almost 12 a.m. Well, have a good night's sleep. I'm glad you had an awesome day. And thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for your kind words and for that act of generosity. Big Point says, yeah, that was a good one, Cherokee Girl. So, Eric Lapointe, this must be the calm before the storm for you. For those who don't know, I think everyone probably knows by now, Eric Lapointe is working on a Christmas tree farm. Ginger says, anyone with a Harley has an ego. That is, I'm better than you. And they are too cool for anyone, not in their pedigree. Ah, gotcha. I'm the same way with my Subaru, my former Subaru Outback. If you don't get a Subaru Outback, it's not my fault that you're not at the Subaru Outback level. It's me and Paul Hogan, guys. It's me and Crocodile Dundee. Cherokee Girl says, first time I heard your name, I thought you were in prison or burpees. It is big. It is big in the prison population, in and out. But me, nope. I spent the night in the holding tank a couple times, but not prison. Two of my best friends are prison guards, though. And I was going to apply for a job, and they said, nope, you don't want to do it. You would make friends with everyone. You would offer them rehabilitation. You would say, hey, when you're out, look me up, and I'll help you out. And it would be a bad situation. Not going to recommend you. Cherokee says, I know what they are. Yeah, so that was a good guess. That was a good guess, Cherokee Girl. Sniper says, Eric, I'm sure your uncles and my grandfather would have met up. He too was in the liberation of the concentration camps. 44, 45, the B Squadron of the Shorewood Rangers. Awesome, Sniper. I got a couple patches from my uncles. I need to see if I can find them. Eric Point says, interesting fact, Ginger, Harley Davidson cheated to get the military contract for World War II. So was there actually a Harley Davidson? Is that a person's actual name? Eric Point says, yes, so we are ghost on YouTube for a bit. Hey, Eric Lapointe, if you need to do some breath work as a de-stressor during the holiday season, just send me a text. We can do something quick whenever you want. Cherokee Girl says he used to go to death row about 4 to 6 times a year. Wow. Yeah, I bet it was scary. Cherokee Girl says, why, Eric? Christmas season starting off and working on the Christmas tree farm. So he will be busy between now and I guess the 25th. The good thing is, unlike people who work retail, no one's going to return their Christmas tree the day after Christmas. Ginger says, my pompous ass, I like fishing to get away from people on my pontoon. I didn't know you had a pontoon. Those are pretty awesome. Hey, but I can understand that. Wanting to get back into nature. It's almost like reclaiming our identity, who we truly are. So, Ginger, man, the opposite of pompous. I'd say essential. Hey, Jace, I was talking about you at the beginning of the conversation. Cherokee says, I love fishing and any water things. Hey, we got quite a fishing community here, Cherokee Girl. I think you're going to like them. Anything is possible. Skeeter, Stuart, the Fish Whisperer. All Things Country. Dams, Rivers. Actually, more than that. Quite a few people. Let's see. 2 people manufactured it, I think. Sniper says side of J. Sarah Point says military gave what they wanted for specs. The bike and Harley made them more powerful than ass, and they won't even though Indian followed the specs. You know, there's a Baltimore Art Fest, Artscape is what it's called, and it's also like a mini bike weekend. Everyone bringing their bikes, and a lot of people bring Indians, a lot of people bring Nortons. Those are some good looking bikes. I don't know anything about bikes, but they're really good looking. Ginny says I have a 15-person barge. Wow. Harley Davidson. 2 last names put together. Gotcha. Cherokee says William Harley and 2 Davidson both. I didn't know that. Jason's waving at Ginger. Sniper says Harley Davidson was created the same year the Phoenix passed last, 1902. The same year the U.S. government seal changed from Phoenix to Eagle. Interesting. Cherokee Girl says, I forgot who recommended you. Well, it's nice to know that I will. Oh, all things country. Well, nice. A big thank you for ATC. Man, he's a great guy. And a big thank you for him for recommending me and for you coming here. All right. I guess I got to do it, right? Pupsy, Rupsy, Mumsy, Wumsy, Hiya. You know, I never had a reputation as a tough guy. Had I had a reputation of a tough guy, it would now be completely blown 100% if anyone tuned in and heard me say Pupsy, Rupsy, Mumsy, Wumsy, Hiya. Jay says, ruined my tough guy YouTube image. Sniper says, or Toy Pup says, hi ATC. Is ATC here? Sniper says, good to see you, love our Toy Pups. Cherry Girl says, my family always had Indians and Harleys. So Nortons are British bikes, right? Toy Pup says, hi Dudsy Wudsy Fuzzy, my Pookie Nookie Nookie. Nookie? My Pookie Nookie. I can't do it. That's as far as I can get. I think I actually pulled a facial muscle trying to say that. JJ says, and now Harley Davidson is Chinese made parts. So much for USA. Well, that's a shame. Man, Harley Davidson should be about as American as you can get. Jay says, I'm a biker. Suzuki is my brand. What is it about Suzuki that you like? Man, my face still hurts from trying to say that. Wow, Cherokee Girl says, I've been to Sturgis 3 times. Nice. Toy Pup says, eat your squirrel, we love you. Cherokee Girl says, agree, Ginger. And Toy Pup says, we love bikers. Oh my God, I'm impressed. Cherokee Girl says, I've had 3, but never Harley. What do you have, Cherokee Girl? Cherokee Girl says, we love race bikes, and we love the ones with a sidecar. Cherokee Girl says, I want a sidecar for my dog. I want a sporty before I die. Toy Pup says, we love a Harley. BSA gets me over here, nostalgia. BSA. What's the B at Boy Scouts? Oh, Triumphs were good bikes too. Jay says, Norton Factory is an hour from me, Eric. Nice. Toy Pup says, he made me laugh, so funny. And Triumph is also an hour away. So Triumph said British bike, right? Hey, Michael. Michael says, hey, also, sorry I'm late. Not a problem. Posted my business email in my community. I will be sure to check it out, Michael. Hey, you guys in the market for a wand or a walking stick? Michael's your man. Custom made, guys. Handmade. Sniper says I was about to buy a Sportster, 1200cc when I was in the film industry when I was 19 years old. Unfortunately, no one would insure me for less than the cost of the bike when you're under 25. Yeah. Ginger says, so I don't envy bikers. I've been around them all my life. My dad had more bikes in his front yard than bikes. I've been seen guys treat their bikes better than the wives. Me too. I have hung out and partied with a notorious biker gang here on the East Coast. One of my friend's father was pretty high up in the organization, and that gave me a little bit of protection around them, but not enough that you ever felt comfortable or safe. And man, it was not a good situation for me because that was in my drinking days, and might not know it, I'm a natural born smartass. It just comes out and oozes out of me. And there is just some places when you don't want to be a smartass. Michael says, hey Yogi, hey Squirrel Sniper, and hey Jace. Jace says, reliable, good bang for the buck. I've had the best. They make GSX 600, GSXR 750, GSXR 1000, GSXR 1000R. I have no idea what any of that means, but it sounds powerful. Powerful, sorry. So, hey Jace, what's the fastest you've ever been on a bike? Sniper says, hey Michael, did you catch my shooting star? I saw that. Junior says, nowadays, then people just ride for the ego and want envy. I can see that. Jason's waving at Michael. Michael says, not yet. I was carving into one with rose quartz in the handle. I love rose quartz. Says he will in a minute. Sniper says, you have a message. 217 on a GPS. 217 miles per hour. Hey, Sniper, nothing came through. Let me try something different. It says he sent a photo, but nothing came through. Sorry. Michael says, nice short, Sniper. 217. Yeah, I just checked, Sniper, and the message popped up, but it's empty. I can't believe that. I mean, I believe it, but I can't fathom going that fast on a bike. I was on a bike on a Ninja. Who makes Ninja? Is it Yamaha Ninja? One of the speedster bikes? And we got over 100 miles an hour, and by we, I mean it was my girlfriend's bike. And I was on the back, and man, Kawasaki makes the Ninja. Gotcha. I did not like it. I did not like it at all. But I really liked my girlfriend, so I sucked it up. We went to an outdoor biker bar. Nothing but Harley Davidsons. And we pulled up. And again, I was in the back. It was her bike. And it was a Ninja, so Kawasaki Ninja. Every biker, every head swiveled in my direction, watching me get off that bike, the back of a girl. Everyone was looking at me, and I looked them right in the eye, and I said, she's hot. And everyone smiled and said, yeah. Let's see. Michael says, snake handle one, making for a friend overseas. Nice. Snake handled. I like the way that sounds. Sniper says, Eric Point, I love them with the Fat Boy upgrade. Oh, I missed that. Up ahead. Eric Point says, that's why I had a Squirrel Sniper, 1200 Screaming Eagle. Got it when I was 20, but before that, I had a Kawasaki 636 2003. Bought them when I was 18. Eric LaPointe, the biker. I can see that. Hey, Goga. Goga says, Eric, I'm looking for the jewels, not seeing them yet. I am having difficulty with the jewels. They're activated. The people on YouTube said they see that it's activated, but no one can see them on my page. And no one knows why. And I don't know what to do. And the people who are in charge of it are supposed to be helping me. The emails between us are very slow. They have said that they might show up to see if they can see what it is on that end, but so far no confirmation. I hope they do, because I was excited about it. I wasn't going to participate, and then I listened to them talk and did the presentation, and I thought, okay, it's a new thing. It's a great opportunity. I'm glad that they invited me to be part of it. So I'm really excited. Hopefully, today, tomorrow, we can get it up and running. How are you, Goga? Let's see. Toy Pup says, guys, gets wet. And I'm going to go with fully monetized. And I see it now. We are now fully monetized. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Today is the day. Awesome. And no one deserves it more. No one deserves it more than Toy Pups. Ginger says, my dad was in the same position, but his band was the main deal. But when I say my dad had protection all the way. Yeah, I only had it like very partially. My friend's son had it 100%. I had it by extension. Goga says, Pups, hey, we are now fully monetized. I'm going to say that again. Now it only says super chat. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But why is it only me having the glitch? Everyone else is up and running. Goga says, I'm really excited to see how it looks like. Me too. Or Eric says, hey, Ginger. Ginger says, Eric, did you say hi to hi? Did I say hi to hi? Toy Pup says, Goga, hi. Did I miss anyone coming in? Oh, Ginger says, I got it now. I was reading everything backwards. Eric, you did say hi, so hi. Now I got it. Toy Pup says it's a new feature. Let's see. Toy Pup says, thank you so much, Yogi. Thank you so much, chat. Thank you so much, community. Again, Toy Pups, so well deserved. No one puts in as much love and commitment to their community as you do. And you're so willing to help everyone out. Anyone who approaches you, you're so willing to help them out. I'm going to have to go through your playlist again just so I can watch all the ads. Google says, so it would be available only for Americans. Before they roll it out for a brief time. Jay says, so cooked a chicken casserole, plain rice. It's so good. How many pounds? How many pounds of chicken? Here, I'm going to take a guess and say Jay started out with probably 46 pounds of chicken, and 18 pounds of rice. Am I right? Ginger says, I stay away from that. My old buddy was trying so hard to be part of something and bought a 25G bike. I guess he is a poser. He tries to be something. Anytime we try to be something, we're definitely posers. The ego is a poser. Ego doesn't exist. It's a figment of our imagination, a concept. So we're literally, whenever we're coming from an egoic position, we're literally posers. I read Hunter S. Thompson's The Hells Angels in my early teens, and man, did I want to be a biker. Fortunately, soon after that, I read Thomas Wolfe's The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test, and went to my very first Grateful Dead concert and thought, man, who wants to be a biker? I can be a hippie. I can be a deadhead. And for the next 15 years or so, every concert that I could go. Bodyweight Beast Fitness says, chicken wings for lunch. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hey, Bodyweight. It's a good day so far, my friend. I hope it is for you too. Jay says, here we go again. Jace, I'm calling it like I see it. It's not my fault that you had 72 pounds of chicken and 114 pounds of rice for dinner. Sniper is laughing. Goga's laughing. Eric Point says, my friend was in the Hells Angels. I grew up with him my whole life. And he shot in the neck and killed about 2 years ago by another biker gang. They don't play around. No, they don't play around. I'm sorry to hear that, Eric. Wow. Jay says, TJ, I'm on my main meal right now, and it's good. I've had my main meal already. I have mine really early. Give me a second, guys. All right. Got it, Nathan. Oh, sorry. Sniper. Don't want to give away any secrets. And Jace. All right, so it's not quite as much as I might have led you guys to believe. I think it's only about 66 pounds of chicken. We got some potatoes. I think he has, 47 potatoes there? And only 86 pounds of rice. So not quite as big. I'm sorry to have misled you guys. Thank you, Sniper. BSA, gotcha. So nice looking bikes. So I'm not a biker. I'm not a bike person. I'd rather have a Subaru Outback, but I can appreciate a good bike. Bodyweight says can't complain. Sniper says Eric, good point. Bikers hold grudges and keep their word. Ginger says envy, ego, jealousy makes a great life. And we know that our friend Ginger is being sarcastic for sure. Michael says, my goal is make enough money for an ATV for forest paranormal exploration. Hey, that would be awesome. How about doing a GoFundMe too? I would pitch in for a GoFundMe. It's all about riding solo, but with a tight crew. Sniper says, I will build my hot rods. That's more fun and has meaning. Sniper says, that's for starters, Eric. Gotcha. Michael says, and also to make more money than I do in the store. I can understand that. Michael says, Jason, another good thing to do with chicken, dehydrated for jerky. It's good. When I was a kid, I used to make jerky. I had all kinds of outdoor books. I would always get more for Christmas, and there was always things to things to make. I made my own hunting knife. I made a bow and arrow. Did not do well. Um, just because I can make something doesn't mean I made it well. But I love trying. And I made jerky. Jay says, "You made me drop my spoon." Subaru Impreza. I've had 7 and spent an arm and a leg, but had fun. I had a Subaru Outback, and I loved it. I miss my Subaru Outback. Actually, I don't have a car, and it's starting to bother me a little bit. AMC Eagle better than Outback. I remember the Eagle. Do they still make this? But I don't know if anything's better than an Outback. You didn't see Crocodile Dundee driving an AMC Eagle. Bodyweight says, time for another recipe to share. Look, peanut butter chicken. It's amazing. So I had a friend of mine. She made me peanut stew. It was really good. Peanuts are really amazing. Officially, they're a legume. Snipper says, my uncle was in a German bike gang. He came to England, ditched his Harley, and bought a BMW. Twin Africa and went to India. That was 1995. Last I ever heard from him. Wow. Makes me wonder. My aunt, my mom's sister's husband, who's an uncle, but by marriage, he passed away yesterday. And that is the last of my uncles. Last of my uncles, no more aunts. Officially puts me as an elder in my family. I have lots of older cousins because my dad's oldest brother was 27 years older than him. His second oldest brother was 21. He had a sister too in between those two. I think the youngest after my dad was the youngest surviving child. I think he had a sister 9 years older. All of them had really big families. So, big extended family. Believe it or not, after the 2016 election and the 2020 election, and now this election, a lot of them no longer talk to me, which is odd. Because even though, I skirt on political issues, I don't hold political grudges. Why would I? Why would I hold a grudge on anything, let alone politics? But, some of you might have been here once when I was talking about, someone brought up politics, and I had said that my politics is kindness and compassion and empathy. And I got accused of being a socialist, and they stormed out. That was the same views that lots of my relatives have taken. One cousin unfriended me on Facebook, sent me a message because I was a vegan, and said that I took a bad bump down the family tree. Which, it's sad that he unfriended me, but I had to laugh at taking a bad bump down the family tree. Ginger says, AMC Eagle, no, it was a straight axle. And it was the one that started minivan and crossover, 4x4. Straight 6 that Jeep uses. I remember the AMC Eagle. It sort of looked like if I'm thinking of it right, it sort of looked like a hatchback, sort of. Sniper said, is a lag just my end? Ginger says, oh, wait. Eric Point says, why wanted they talk to you because you vote for Trump? Just joking. That was funny. The funny thing is that talking about values, that you're identified with any political party. Your values should stand apart from any political party, but also be an extension of your vote, sort of at the same time. You know what I mean? If I list my values, no one should be able to guess my political party. If I say my value is kindness and compassion and empathy, that I vote for the well-being, not just for myself, but for my neighbors, for everyone in my country, and for the world. No one should be able to say, oh, you're a Democrat. Oh, you're a Republican. They should just say, oh, you're a person. You know? I'm happy to say I've never had a political, I've never really had a political argument. And I certainly have never had a political argument with anyone here. And I promise you, I never will. Unless you tell me you voted for Ralph Nader in 2000. Now we got an issue. Unless you tell me you voted for Idell Stevenson in 1948. I think it was 1948. Eric Point says, true, with a thumbs up. And Jace says, some facts can't be hidden. You're just weird. Yeah, Jace, I don't even try to hide it anymore. I used to. I used to never want anyone to see how weird I was. And then just by chance on YouTube, there was this weird British guy, half naked, doing twisting squats on my screen. And I thought, hey, wait a minute. If this guy can embrace his bald weirdness so well, who am I to hide my light? It's time for me to step out and shine. I should come out now and say it. What a huge inspiration Jace has been to me. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not even really bald. This is a bald wig that I put on every time I go on YouTube. Is it a bald wig? Skull cap? What is it called? I put it on every time. I'm just trying to fit in, guys. I'm just trying to fit in. Jay says touche. And we got the link dropped for Michael. Thank you, Sniper. Much appreciated. So, guys, you heard the big news, right? Our friend, Love Our Toy Pups, is fully monetized, 100%. Ad revenue and all. That's not easy to get. It's not an easy place to get to. Jay said, I'm about to pay again for them in the shop. Man, that's the goal. Is anyone here that can help me? Who's got a good joke that we can tell Jace to get him to pee in a shop? Eric Point is laughing. Ginger says, Yogi, you just want peace with everyone. You vote for everyone, not just yourself. That's the objective. That is definitely the objective. Here's the thing. I want peace with myself. And when I can do that, when I can truly, truly be at peace with myself, then I find that I'm an extension for peace. And I want to live my life from there. That's the only goal that I have. Let's see, guys, give me a second. I got an email from the YouTube people, so I'm going to send them the email real quick. One second. Sorry, guys. As you can see, I'm messing up on my typing. One second, almost done. So if you come across Toy Pups on YouTube today, make sure you offer a huge congratulations. Hey, Northern Starseed, my friend. Let's see. Northern Starseed says, Yogi gives, thank you, my friend. Jenny says, oh, don't get me going. Hey, Theme Park, how are you? Ginger says, Jace, don't piss against the wind. Excellent advice. Cypher says, what's the difference between incontinence and a laundromat? One's a coin laundry, and the other one's a loin quandary. Man, they got it in for you, Jace. They got it in for you. Ginger says, you're going to get your shoes wet. Sniper says, walking barefoot is good for grounding, Jace. Hey, Pancake. Pancake says, let's go. Hey, my friend. Nice to see you. Theme park is fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Riley. Jace was waving a pancake. Ginger says, and Yogi, that's why I had a problem with all pronouns. That's why I had a problem. Understood. Oops. Sorry, guys. I just had a memory crash. It appears, my friends, that I might have had my issue fixed. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Riley says, how was your day? It was good. Let's see. Sniper says, I saw a gift, Eric. Or was I tripping on that microdisc? I think it might be a combination of the two. Ginger says, it's politics, and I don't like to watch my language all the time. Okay, that's understood. You see, I don't see it as politics. For me, it's very personal because, as I mentioned before, I have a stepchild who is very pronoun sensitive. And as I absolutely love my stepchild, you know, I'm respectful. But I trip up all the time. Jace says, what was that little heart thingy? Jace, it was my love for you, my friend. How'd you like that answer? Sniper says, GIF, two of them. Tripping, Jace. Theme says, going live Friday, playing that Disneyland game. Nice. It's been a while since I've seen you live. Not since you've been back from Disney. Ginger says, you do what you want. Don't drag me into it. That's your deal. And again, I don't get it, nor do I care. That's understood. Jay said, you had someone else's picture in it? Oops. Oops. What can I say, Jace? So I think we're getting this issue worked out. I'm excited. Um, One second. I do apologize, guys. So we are in the process, working things out. Toy pups. Let's see. Ginger says my brother-in-law is gay. So guys, does anyone see a jewel? I know we saw one pop up, but let me know if you see it. I'm emailing with the person now, and they're helping me out. Riley says, Jace, I subscribe to you. Thank you, Riley, my friend. Man, I mentioned this yesterday. Riley, you've been on top of things. You have been subscribing and supporting people. Toy Pup says, sorry, guys. I was setting perks up. Toy Pup says, stolen value of the Purple Heart. Jay says, playa. That's me, man. What can I say? I get around, guys. Let's see. Sniper says faster typing than an FBI agent there, Jace. It should be in that little money box thing. Because one of the people just hit it, and Jace or Squirrel Sniper almost thought that he had hallucinated. Does anyone see the gift icon? Does anyone see the icon? All right, Eric says, yes, to see a gift icon. Jace says, let me go out and refresh. Theme Park says, Toy Pups, hello. Let's see. Ginger says, don't kiss your love partner in front of me. We won't, and we won't. 1 second, guys. Let me get back to that, Ginger. I couldn't read it on my phone. Don't kiss your love partner in front of me, and we won't. Though my wife and I are old-fashioned at 39, and we don't show people. A long time ago, I realized that every single one of those distinctions is just a thought. And I decided I did not want to put thoughts over people. I'd rather put people first. All right, Eric Point says, yes, I see the gift icon. No icon on my phone. Eric, I was on horizontal first of all. I went to send the Facebook Messenger on the BSA, and it's only giving me vertical. Evan says, hey, man, you like the casino? Casinos are fun. A couple birthdays ago, Milka took me to a local casino. I had a good time. I just did the slot machines. Riley says, Ginger, it's subscribed to you. Toy Pup says, hi to theme park. Eric Point says, I see the gift icon yesterday. Also, did you? No, it's got to be vertical. It should only be on vertical. Are you signed in to 18 plus? Let's see. Jay says, meow. Evan says, when you were there, did you notice how many bars are there and the dance floor? I did not notice how many bars there were. I don't, I, or the dance bar. Or the dance floor. I'm trying to think. I vaguely remember, I guess, seeing bars, but, not drinking. I guess it didn't register. Ginger says, hi, theme spark. Oh my God, guys, I don't see it again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm only seeing super chat. Ginger says that's very blunt, but we don't like seeing our kids seeing that in public and at home. Same difference. It's a private matter. I can understand that. Not the same way that I think, but hey, not everyone needs to think the way I think. That's for sure. So, man, I'm more confused now than ever about this thing. Evan says, are you against taking mushrooms? Not at all. Not at all. I don't think they are for everyone. Greg Point says, I still see the icon. Jay says, Eric LP on phone. There's been some amazing things, amazing studies with people taking them. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Here's the problem. It's only available to US viewers for now. So, if you are not a US viewer, you won't be able to see it. Gotcha. All right, guys. Now we're getting somewhere. It is for a US viewer. Eric White says, USA, USA. But Eric Lapointe, I think you're the only guy, you and Ginger are the only ones in the US right now watching it. Eric Point says, thanks, Riley. I'll return the favor. That was Eric Lapointe. That was funny. I guess that means my American friends got to step up and Ginger says we show respect in different ways. My brother-in-law is the one that helped with that. That makes sense, Ginger. Here's the thing. I think I think differently on this matter than Ginger. But there's no single part of me that wants to say, Ginger, you need to change. You need to think the way I think. Not even remotely down that. I respect how Ginger thinks because that's how he thinks. He doesn't need to change. He doesn't need to change to suit me, that's for sure. Eric Lapointe, on the other hand, he needs to do some serious changing. Eric Lapointe says, I'm a Samson. So it's only Eric Lapointe and Ginger. That means you guys gotta support me. You gotta pick up the extra gifting from our Canadian and British friends. Ginger says, remember that's his sister and he is gay, so two things against me. Evan says, the way you think is the opposite of how I was brought up. In some ways, it's the opposite of how I was brought up, too. Except my parents gave me the gift of allowing me to be a free thinker. That I didn't have to think like my parents either. At a young age, I left the church. I was going to a Catholic school. And I just wasn't drawn to it, although there was aspects of it that I was. Hey, Song Hill. Jay says, USA, waving the flag. Ginger says, I say that in a good way. I know you do. I always get the feeling that if someone was backed against the wall, if someone was being bullied, that Ginger is, to me, strikes me as the type of person that regardless of who that person was or is, he would stand up. He would stand up for him. That Eric just seems, or Ginger seems the type of guy that would have your back, no matter who and what you were. I accidentally said Eric there. I get the same impression from Eric Lapointe, to be honest with you, as well as Jason Squirrel Sniper. Ginger says, now I don't get offended if gay jokes are floating because that's him, not me. I don't get offended by much. Well, Eric Lapointe, thank you, my friend. Send a thumbs up for 10 joules. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know what a joule is. And I don't know what to do with them. But we're going to find out together. This is going to be a new thing. So it's happening here in the States, and then it's going to roll our way across the world. Everyone will be, I guess if it's viewed successful, everyone's going to be participating in it. So I'll keep you posted as we go. I appreciate that. Eric, thank you very much. Jay says, oh my God, that's a two-bit coin yogi. We're all about the joules. So here's the good news is it actually puts me eligible for a bonus. I don't know what. I don't know what the bonus is. I'm all about a bonus. Hey, even if it's a pat on the back and a good job, guy, that's fine with me. As I mentioned before, I'm just, you know what, I'm honored to have been selected as a group of people to participate. This is the second thing that I've gotten the opportunity to be involved with. So just a minute, we're going to wrap things up. Toy Pup says, that's amazing. Support the yogi and buy Jules, guys. Thank you, Toy Pups. Hey, did you guys congratulate Toy Pups? Fully monetized as of today. Ginny says, I was actually really good buddies with my old boss. He was gay. He passed away 2 years ago. I had a dream about him talking the other day. Yeah, I don't see you as, Ginger, I don't see you as biased or prejudiced in any way. I just see you as you have your thoughts on certain matters, and that's, again, absolutely cool with me. Semper says, I get offended for others that I see sometimes. I try not to make it my business, but sometimes it's part of your journey when the right and wrong time for any kind of intervention. Yeah, I can understand that. Eric Point says, congratulations, love. All right, so speaking of watch hours, Jace, where are you for watch hours? Eric the Point, where are you for watch hours? Jace says there was a qualifying criteria, Eric. Blue eyes, bald glasses, kettlebells, and an earring. You just scraped through. I just scraped through. Especially because I had like 3 hairs poking up out of my head. And I was afraid that was going to disqualify me, that I wasn't quite bald enough. Toy Pup says, thanks to you guys, we are fully monetized. Thank you, Eric. Floating heart for Jules. So, hey, Eric, when you get a chance, let me know what you can do with those jewels. Let me know. I think you can do something with them, right? Eric says, Jason says, saw that one too. Awesome. Eric says, I'm far behind watch hours, but it's my fault for not doing lives. So, hey, after Christmas season, let's get to work on that, Eric. Hey, Reaper, what's up, family? Lunch break. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. Jace, the point. Hey, how's the day going, Reaper? Jenny says, don't be making out in community at a theater. Same difference, but holding hands is okay. I'm a young guy with an old soul. You see, now the funny thing, my father never ever had any issues with any of that. Riley says, you are my favorite YouTuber. Hey, Riley, that's an amazing thing to say. You know what? When I hear someone say that, I don't take that lightly, because there's so many YouTubers out there. Ubers is what I was about to say. And some people do some amazing, amazing things. Me, I'm an old guy talking about stuff, most of which makes no sense. Not even to me. Jay says, my hours show 2356 on the earn and 2962 on the analytics, and it holds 5 days. I'll be honest with you, I don't know the difference between earn and the analytics. So, man, Jace, I mentioned before, I think the 3000 thing, watch hour, that first level, is the most valuable. That's where people really can show their appreciation. Not everyone's going to watch an ad. I watch all the ads because I know it's a way of supporting people. I didn't used to until I realized that, wait a minute, by not watching an ad, I'm literally taking money from someone. I'm not showing appreciation if I don't watch an ad. So then it became something different. But that 3,000, Jace, we can have you 3,000 by the end of the month. In just a couple weeks. Not even a couple weeks. So we have Toy Pups exactly where she needs to be. Of course, the support continues, but now for like watch hours, Jace. Jace is the man. Jace is in the. He's the target. Put your sights on Jace. Eric Lapointe sends a salute to Reaper. Jace says, Reaper, yeah, baby. Ginger says, but I can get dirty time to time. But not in here. It teaches me to have a filter. You know what? I appreciate that, Ginger. I appreciate the respect that you show. Toy Pup says, believe the yogi. He's magical. I don't know what to say to that. Toy Pup says, we got you, Jace, on it as we speak. Thank you, Toy Pups. Jace says, Mumsy, I'm just glad that Jace left it at Mumsy. Left it at Mumsy. Thank you for that, Jace. Mumsy, thank you so much. Yep, from this point, it is Jace playlist, beginning of the day through the end of the day. What I normally do is I'll watch Jace when he's live, and then I watch it again after he's live. Or if I miss him when he's live, then I watch it afterwards. But we were given a lot of watch hours towards Toy Pups because she was so close. And as I mentioned before, no one deserves it more. So now we just shift the energy. We keep it up, but we shift. And then we get Jace where he needs to be, and we shift some more. I know as often as I can, I try to give Runnerboy watch hours. Toy Pup says, Sudsy, we love you, Pookie. We absolutely do. Ginger says, thank you, sir. So yes, that's my view. Don't advertise your problems in this world. That's yours. No way to change it. So thank you for your understanding. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ginger. You know what? I wouldn't really be a friend if I didn't accept you on your terms. If I said, I'm friends with Ginger, but you know what? I can change him. I can get him to think differently, to do something differently, to be different. That's not a friend. That's manipulation. And you don't manipulate friends. Not to say that I wouldn't mind seeing Ginger Roger driving a Subaru Outback with a Coexist bumper sticker on the back. That's the same dream I have for Eric Lapointe. We get some heart emojis. Jason's going to be right back. All right, guys. When Jason comes back, we're going to say goodbye. Sniper says, kitchen wall, Eric. Thank you, Sniper. So this is a big day. Big congratulations for Toy Pups, and I'm happy that I got that Jewel situation worked out. And Eric Lapointe helping me out. Thank you so much. Ginger says, I have a Volvo. I didn't feel right, that's for sure. Yeah, I can't see that. Autumn says, congratulations. Thanks for coming in, Autumn. I was thinking Ginger would have more. I was thinking you'd have a truck of some kind. I don't think I ever asked Eric Lapointe what car he drives. In my mind, I don't want Eric LaPointe to let me know. In my mind, Eric LaPointe is driving a Subaru Outback with a Coexist bumper sticker on the back. I'm going to stick with that. I don't want anything to interfere with that. Edwin says, been listening and working. Much appreciated, my friend. Ginger says, but if you tell me we are going on a safari, you don't have a Volvo. Eric LaPointe says, nailed it. Ginger says, I was a mechanic. Did you guys know that Eric LaPointe could rewire your house? So Ginger Rogers could fix your car. Eric LaPointe could rewire your house. I could show up and you guys could watch me do yoga. That's what I could vacuum your floor. I could do your dishes. What else could I do? It's got to be something. Ginger says you help us breathe. Thank you. There you go. I was going to say I could pass you the tools that you need, but you got to be really descriptive with the tools. Don't give me the name. Give me the, it's the thingy that looks like, and then I'll get it. Odo says roofing, ling tile, and sheetrock. All right, so hey, Odom is invited to the home improvement project. Here's what I can do for you guys. I can provide the home that needs improvement. That's a pretty big thing. I used to think, man, here's what I was suited for, guys. 3 things. Either to be a hunter-gatherer, and as a vegan, mostly a gatherer. And a shaman. That's it. If you guys need someone to paint themselves blue, dance around a campfire, and invoke the spirits, I'm your guy. Don't call anyone else, man. I am your guy. I'll be there for you. 100%. If you need someone who can carry a heavy pack for you over a really long distance, I can do that for you too. Ginger says, yes, I drive an old truck still. Nice. And now building one. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. Starting next week, a 70-year-old truck with a 20-year-old running. That was your father's truck, right? Odom says, I drive a Toyota hybrid. Milka had a Ford hybrid, and she absolutely loved it. She has a all-electric vehicle now. Ginger says, oh, the Caddy. Gotcha. Now I remember. (1984) 250 4x4 extension cab. Building a truck for my wife. Nice. Trying to think if I ever built anything for Milka. I think I made her like something with origami once, and she looked at it and was like, "Why did you give me up this this crumbled up paper? What is this?" And I'm like, "It's origami, man. What the hell?" I've written books for her. There you go. Ginger says, "I will send you pics for sure." Nice. Hey, Ginger, did I ask you this before? Are you on? This is your only social media, right? You're not on Facebook. You can send it to me email. That would be cool. Ginger says yes. That's what I thought you said. Yeah, it's somewhere here. In one of these books. Dedicated and written. This is a book. It's called Have Faith in Empty Things. And the dedication to Mocha again and always. I love you. Here's something. I wrote this for Mocha. Just found live on YouTube. Never knew it was here. Hey, I'm glad you stumbled across me when you did. And I'm glad you stayed. A lot of people don't. This is called the Wave of Infinity. Such a small motion. A wave before the final turn of your goodbye. And the night is split by the intimate grace of your hand. There were two sides to my infinity. To suffer in your absence, and this longing that binds us to the confines of forever. Such a small motion, a wave on the edge of infinity. Yep, that was from Mocha. An entire book. And guess what? I never got a high five. The things I do, man, to try to get a high five from the woman I love. But it's what drives me on, you know? Without it, it would be like Hillary without Everest. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap things up. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for helping the whole thing with the jewels. I appreciate that. Thank you, Eric Lapointe. Yep, I wrote... I've been reading a bit, doing some YouTube shorts. My first book, I wrote this in 1999, published in 2000. This was in 2008, I think. And then I think 2019, I put out two books. One, Essays on Non-Duality, and the other was a reinterpretation of the Tao Te Ching for long-distance runners. How's that for like a pretty geeky thing to do? Rick Point says, another great live. Thank you. Nightmare said, I got here just in time. Eric Point is Stoot the Nightmare. Ginger says, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ginger. Nightmare says, say LP. Hey, Nightmare, you know what? It doesn't matter if you are here for a minute or here for an hour. I always appreciate it when you are here. Ginger says you are geeky, but it's a good thing. I appreciate that. That's probably one of the nicest things anyone on YouTube has said to me. That's for sure. Eric, again, thank you so much. Let me know if you figure out what to do with those jewels. Nightmare says, see you on the next one, Eric. Absolutely. It will be in just a little over 2 hours. So I'll be back, guys. Thank you again. Very much appreciate it. I'll see you guys later.